Hello, my people. Warm welcome to my Investment Mastery series, and today we talk about company deposits. So, let's begin. Okay. So, have any of you ever invested in company deposits? Do you know anything about it? So before we move forward, I would like to hear some of you and what you know about company deposits. So could you start sharing? Hey Bindu, Bhavna, Preeti, Kiran, Honey, thank you for coming, watching, Prachi. Hey guys, so do you know about company deposits? What do you know about them? Okay, Preeti, nothing, she doesn't know. Okay, got that acknowledgement, Preeti. Anybody else? Do you guys know about company deposits? No? Okay, Prachi, no idea, never heard of it. Raki, no idea. Got that. So guys, I want to share that I got an advice about over 15 years ago when I just started my career that I should invest in company deposits. Why an advisor gave me that advice was because I gave him a brief that I wanted a fixed rate of return and I wanted to liquidate my money anytime I wanted. And he offered me a company deposit which offered a better rate of interest than banks. So, and I lost money. Okay, I lost money. I never got my money back from that company actually. So, what could have I done? Could I just blame the broker and hold him responsible for this investment decision? Or could I say that okay, I lacked the education, and because of my own lack, I lost the money. So, out of the two, which one would you choose? Just say first, second. Just say, would you blame the broker just because I lost money 15 years ago by putting in company deposits? Or would I say, okay, I need to be responsible for the brief that I share with my broker and I need to be knowing what I'm doing? Okay, Bindu has clearly chosen the second one. Beautiful. What about other guys? There are about 20 of us. Okay, Namita, the second one, saying I am in charge, I'm responsible. Hey, my mom, welcome, mommy. Okay, yeah, I could blame myself for not learning. Tanmaya, second one, good to see you. Okay, yeah, exactly. So I chose the second option, where I said, okay, if I have not learned enough about a certain instrument on investing, if I've not learned enough about investing and the method of investing and how to think about it, then I can't blame a broker for giving me a wrong advice. He doesn't know my life. And as much I'm sharing with him, he's giving me advice as per that. However, when I personally learnt about various investment choices I had, I could make far more intelligent choices and I could have intelligent conversations with my brokers. So absolutely, like one thing that today I want to invite each member in our community to do is to just stop blaming other people for our choices and take full responsibility of our own money lives. Because unless we take our own responsibility, it ain't going to help us. So, is everybody today ready to take on full responsibilities of their money lives, their decisions, where nobody is to be blamed and the only conversation is I am in charge and I am responsible for how my money life goes? So if you're ready to take full responsibility, just say yes, I am ready. Got that, Bindu? Yes, we need to be responsible for money. Got it. Learn. Yes, Shriya. Absolutely, honey. Absolutely, Preeti. I am ultimately responsible. So, who else is taking full responsibility today? Bindu is saying she's ready. What about others? So is Rakhi. Got that, Rakhi? What else? Who else? Are you all ready to say, I am in charge, I am responsible, and I am going to make this difference to my own financial life? Got that, Shriya, Namita, Preeti? Beautiful. I'm glad some of you are saying, I am in charge, because the shift that really happened in my life happened when I said that the buck stops at me. When I took full responsibility, I said, I'm going to be an intelligent investor who is making independent financial decisions. Or even if I'm discussing with a broker, I would know completely where I'm headed to. So I'm glad to see that today you all have come from the same space as well. Awesome. So on that note, let's begin on today's topic, which is company deposits. So guys, like bank fixed deposits, company deposits can be done with NBFCs. What are NBFCs? Non-banking finance companies. And these NBFCs offer you deposits at a certain rate of interest, which is generally higher than a bank FD. And there is a lock-in period which is there. So like in a fixed deposit, there's a lock-in period, and according to the fixed deposit, according to the period, the interest rate is decided. The same way company deposits are done in NBFCs. There's a rate of interest, and there is a lock-in period. And I must tell you this, the capital, the money that you invest in a company deposit is not protected. Okay, so it's a risky investment. It's never ever, like, there's no guarantee that you will receive your money back if you are putting an investment in a company deposit. So if the company fails to meet its financial obligations, it won't pay its depositors. That's how it is. Also, it may or may not be inflation protected. So if the rate of interest is below the current rate of inflation, then it is not protected with inflation. However, if the rate of interest is higher than inflation, currently it's said to be, analysts say that it's around 6.10%. And if it's around that, if the rate of interest is more than that, then definitely protect yourself from inflation. And like I said earlier, no guarantees that you will receive your money back. The payments could be delayed, or the companies could default. You can liquidate your investments earlier. So the lock-in period doesn't mean that it only, like, you only receive your money back once the maturity period shows up. It's not that. You could take your money out earlier, like how you can break your FD. The same way you can break your company deposit. But again, penalty will be charged. And generally the penalty is higher than any bank FD. So if you liquidate earlier than the maturity period, then you pay a penalty. And one thing to always look into is, which is extremely important in the case of company deposits, is to check what is the credit rating of this deposit. So credit rating is given by CRISIL, CARE, ICRA, and you need to see what is the credit rating which is being given, so that you are taking calculated risk. Okay. The tax implications are like there are no tax benefits if you deposit your money in company deposits. So if whatever interest you make will be treated as your income, and it will be taxable income. So no tax benefits with this scheme. It will be looked at as a total income that you make. So you could be a resident Indian, or this option is also available for NRIs. So this investment can be done by NRIs. You got to be at least 18 years and above, and if you are opening it for your kids, that's possible, but you need to have a guardian. Yeah, you need to be a guardian supporting the kid in managing this deposit. The minimum deposit is, it depends on the company again. It depends on the NBFC with which you are depositing the money. Generally, it can be anywhere over 1,000 rupees. That's the minimum that I have seen among companies. And the interest, like I said earlier, depends completely on the tenure. Okay. And you could open an individual account, a joint account. It has to be like, it's completely again dependent on the company, and nomination facility is available. So you can have a nominee when you're opening this account. Mostly they are opened offline. There are very few options when it comes to online opening of such accounts. So they are generally opened offline. And mostly it's the brokers who sell them for a commission. So mostly you will find brokers suggesting these investments for you. So how you can open this deposit? So you need to have a deposit application form, original ID proof for verification at the time of buying, and you will invest through cash or check, or you can make an online transfer. Completely depends on you. Here are a few tips that I could give. If you are especially retired, yeah, make sure only a certain percentage of is deposited in a company deposit. You got to make sure that it is not going beyond a certain percentage, because like I said, it's risky and you may not receive your money back, and generally retired people are dependent on the interest, on the investment income that they are receiving. So never invest all the amount in the company deposit. Make sure if you are depositing, still it's just a small percentage of your overall portfolio. That's number one. And if you are creating a large company deposit, like the amount that you're depositing is large, then make sure that you're buying company deposits of different companies, so that at least you are diversifying your risk like that. And sometimes, these company deposits can be accepted as a collateral, and sometimes they're not accepted as a collateral for getting a loan. So completely depends on the bank or any other company that you're banking, or non-banking finance company that you are taking the loan from. Completely depends on the issuer of that loan. So just some points to remember. Company deposits are risky, number one. Number two, tax is applicable. There is no tax benefit. If the tax is over 5,000 rupees, then the tax is deducted at source. Number three. Number four, interest income can be received on a monthly, quarterly, half-yearly basis. The default rate is there. There could even be delays in receiving your payments. So always make sure that you're choosing a high rating company deposit. Do make sure you keep all these points in mind when choosing a company deposit. So before we move forward, Let's see if we have any questions. Okay. Anybody? Any questions? Yes, please, Namita. It is. It is. Yes. Anushri, the video is right here, and the whole intention is to add value to our entire larger community of women. And that's why we are doing these videos. So these recordings will be here for you to watch and learn from. We've already done, I think, we've discussed over 7 investments in the last 7 weeks. So you could also check other videos that we have done so that you are taken care of and you begin on this journey in an educated manner. Preeti is saying, in short, there are other better avenues to invest, so highly avoidable. Depends, completely depends on you. My job is to educate you, support you in taking charge. So I'm just being on my mission. Bajaj Finserv is an NBFC. Yes, please, Bindu. It is. Yes, honey. Shriram, yes. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions that you have for me? I'm around. I could support you. Any questions? Madhuri, it's good to see you. I wanted to check with you. Is your mom okay? Has she recovered from COVID? Do share if she has, because I'm really looking forward to that update from you. Okay, no questions, guys? Okay, great. So then what I know is that my community completely gets what company deposits is. So now we are really enabled to take charge. Beautiful. Before I leave, could some of you share what you're taking away today? Madhuri, great to hear your mom is okay. Great job, my friend. Yeah. Loads of love and power to both of you. It would be safer to buy these in the form of a debt mutual fund then? That's a different topic, Shreya. Debt mutual fund is a completely different topic. We cannot compare that. It's like comparing apples with oranges, as my mentor says. So, very different things. And yes, debt mutual funds, again, unsafe. I think one of these days we will do a talk on that as well. And well, in the Money Gym community, you guys are mastering the art, Shreya. So, Bindu, how worth is it to invest in these deposits? Completely depend on you, Bindu. It depends on your financial plan, because these are all investments for the short term, and especially for, Bindu, you've been sharing with me how you want to generate a monthly income from investments. So yes, the interest rate is higher here, and it is for people who want to generate a monthly income from investments. It gives a higher rate of interest than a fixed deposit. It comes with that risk that it could default. It could be that you don't receive money back. Yeah. So all those challenges do exist, Bindu. Yeah. Yes, please. Namita, there are 2 different companies, Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance. And yes, these are NBFCs that offer company deposits. They're also called corporate deposits sometimes. Okay. But generally we call them company deposits. Yeah, Preeti, AAA, AAA plus, all of these are the ratings. Okay, for Rakhi, there is a clear no to company deposits. Got that, Rakhi? Yes, Madhuri, there is like for any FD, there is a lock-in period, 1 year, 5 years, 3 years, whatever you choose. And dependent on that, there is an interest rate. The same way, it's for this company. It's for this instrument. Okay, Ridhima is saying no company deposit for her. Okay, Bindu is saying it's risky, she'll avoid. Madhuri, I would not name any company. This is like that general a view that I'm just sharing from my personal experiences with my investments. And that's why we call it My Investment Mastery, because these are actually coming from my personal life and how, I've kind of taken charge and understood them. And today I make my own investments without depending on any male member or female member. And yeah, that's the power of knowledge and attitude of an investor. Okay, great guys. So on that note, I complete the investments here. Okay, we have a question coming, Smriti. Okay, I'll take this one. Can you deposit whenever you want? Yes, please. You can deposit, and the company asks for it. So that's why the brokers are selling them, and they, by the way, they get a very high commission for selling these. Okay. How can we decide? Yeah, Madhuri, go over some 5, 6, 7, 8 companies that offer this. See if you want to go for this. Does it fit in your financial plan for your short-term goals? Could you risk this money? Do you really need to risk it? So there are a lot of questions that you need to ask. And guys, if you would like to have my notes, like almost every week I create videos, but I also have my notes. So in case you want my notes of company deposits, do write to us. I've given my WhatsApp link and the Women on Wealth website contact details. You could contact us there, and I will be happy to share my notes. I wouldn't say they are perfect notes, but yeah, whatever notes I have, I'm happy to share so that you guys can grow in your life financially. So do make sure you reach out if you need them. Got that, Prachi? It's not for you. Got that. Thank you. Sometimes you need to know what is not for you to actually come to what is for you. So yeah, I'm glad I created some value for you guys. Could you start sharing anything that you're taking away from today's talk, since some of us are here? What are you taking away, guys? And also you could share some of the topics you would want me to bring in. Got it. Thank you. Thank you for being the kind soul, Namita, to show up and dig for value for yourself. Because, Namita and everybody here, I want to really say this. The value, we will keep creating value, because we are on this mission of creating 50 lakh financially educated women who create wealth by 2030. Like we are up to creating 50 lakh financially educated women by 2030. So we will keep creating value. And what we're looking for are women who will actually derive the value. Because it's very easy to just come and complain and see faults, and it's actually difficult to kind of just focus on your personal upskilling. I think that's where each one of us need to focus on, and we will keep making your experience of Women on Wealth better, and you keep supporting us with your own upskilling and financial education. So that's what I would like to say. Okay, Shreya, thank you. Gratitude to you too. Bindu, loads of love. Incredible. Anybody, any last thoughts before we leave? And one of my last thoughts is, please share this video. Let this reach out to more and more women so that actually we can become this 50 lakh women wealth creators who are actually bringing a new future to this world, which probably has not existed in yours and my lifetime as of now. So let's bring this new future together, and it can only happen when you lend a hand and upskill at the same time, pay it forward by sharing it with more and more people in your life, because we don't know whom we can benefit and make a difference to. So please share this video, and yeah, Bindu, thanks for sharing it and saying that you've shared. Madhuri, gratitude to you too. Anushri, thanks for acknowledging. Namita is sharing that she's a nuclear family, and if she gets COVID, how to prepare financially. Request, okay, how to prepare financially for COVID. Got it. I would actually would like to record this topic for myself and see if I could come up with something meaningful for you. Namita, thanks for bringing that in. Okay. Anybody else, any other video that you would like me to do for you? I'm happy to do it. Okay. Okay, no company deposit, get myself educated on investing options. Got it, Ridhima. Anushri is sharing. Thank you so much, guys. If you have any topics that you want me to bring in, please share. Please, just file in your request, and we'll be happy to consider it. I won't promise that we'll do it, but happy to consider it and accommodate as much as we can. Got that, Neelu. Good to see you joining in, echoing the COVID question. Sure, we shall bring that in. Okay, topic for some time in the future. Good options of investment for short-term goals. Sure, Ridhima. I think, well, company deposit, we did come from that aspect, but we could look at other good options. I'm just noting this. Other good options for the short term. Yeah, for the short term goals. Got it. Happy to contribute. Okay, got that. Neha, NPS for you? Sure. NPS is coming ahead. So NPS is definitely coming ahead because it's one of the topics that I have chosen, which will be done. By the way, guys, Neha is my cousin and my first of my family members to have joined Women on Wealth. So let's welcome her, my family. My family is coming. So I'm really liking that my sisters are taking charge. Do make sure you bring your sisters because I think nothing like growing together as a family. So on that note, guys, I complete the this is not decoding. I complete my investment mastery series here, and keep showing up, keep contributing to your own selves and to the larger community. Let's help more and more women take charge of their finances, because if we don't support each other, trust you me, nobody will. If men could make us financially educated, they would have done it by now. I think we owe it to each other. So let's support, let's grow together, and let's take charge. See you around.